Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 99 of Dragon Quest VIII Blind. Last time, we farmed for metal slimes, and then we made our way over to the High Priest's mansion, where we saw him scolding Marcello, acting as though his ambition is the worst thing to befall the church, even though Holy Island of Neos, full of souvenir vendors. Seriously, entrance of Isle Neos. You go in there, they're selling all kinds of merchandise. And then you get the hotels, 200 gold a night? What kind of flagrant corruption is this? Basically. And then you get Rollo, basically, who just reeks of douchiness. Seriously, just... I get that basically the High Priest, he acknowledged it, but still, Marcello is... Frankly, Marcello's a good guy, all things considered. I mean, yeah, he's got his daddy issues and his snippy remarks, but basically, compared to the likes of Charmless, I'll take it. And Domenico? Pre-redemption Domenico? Okay, goody, they don't lock the mansion gates. Yeah, basically, Marcello, he's just this act of rebellion. He leaves the mansion gates unlocked. Yeah, real massive security right here, basically.
Apparently there's this strange village surrounded by high mountains that's almost impossible to reach. I wonder if the little birds know where it is. I'd love to go see if I ever had the chance.
Okay, well, there's something we can look for. Oi, I'm the gardener here. Don't go stomping all over my lovely flowers. You know, it's kind of odd how that people are no way reacting to basically us, you know, not being from the mansion. We just broke in. And everyone's like, it's fine. Haven't seen you before. New recruits, are you? Well, you're not in at present. Dismissed. Yeah, really, just... Now imagine just... the High Priest encounters us, and then he's just blaming Marcello. Marcello, I trusted you! Off the cliff! And then he starts whapping Marcello with the staff. With his staff, just like... And then Sir Leopold comes in, and then just starts whapping Marcello as well. Yeah, seriously, just Marcello has serious Squidward vibes about him, where basically, yeah, Marcello, now that I think about it, he's essentially the Dragon Quest version of Squidward. Because basically because with Marcello, yeah, because the world views him as grumpy, arrogant, just snippy, but basically... But beneath it all, he's just frustrated with the world, you know? No, it's kind of odd just having that sort of revelation. Normally, basically, I'm sassy. People, like, no, if I encounter a character like this, I really dig my teeth into the matter and just hunker down until basically the forevermore. But just Marcello, or at the very least, it takes me some time to basically warm up to them. But Marcello basically managed to warm up to him over the course of the game. This is the rest of His Holiness, the Lord High Priest. This place is enormous. There are plenty of Templars on duty, mind, and they all look fairly fearsome too. Good old Captain Marcello, eh? He may have the social skills of a darkodile, but he certainly knows how to do his job. Yeah, I just love how Angelo, he's basically comparing recent enemies that we fought. Enemies that no one in the light world would know about, mind you, with Marcello.
Don't you think it's a bit rude to turn up on the Lord High Priest's doorstep in the dead of night? Why don't we come back during the day? But if you insist, don't let me stop you. I can't imagine they're going to lavish us with tea and biscuits, though.
It's a bit dark, so I ain't sure, but that mansion's where the Lord High Priest lives, right? Crocky, of all the places for a man like me to be, there must be some great treasure in here. Yeah, we're gonna loot this place. We're gonna loot this place so much. We give our lives to protect His Holiness. My lovely flower. Oh yeah, that guy that we saw earlier.
Here. Apparently, there's a strange village.
Oh yeah, we've already talked to you. But yeah, we'll search the mountain ranges, see if we can find anything. Sage robes. Okay, let's see what those sage robes are. Okay. 25 points. Okay. No contest about what we're equipping. Okay, more power. I'll take it. I will always take more power. Okay. Seed of Life. Okay, we'll use the Seed of Life on Angelo, just to give him a little more strength. After all, Angelo's our main healer. If Angelo goes down, we're kind of screwed. We talked to you already? Yep, we talked to you. Okay, chances are that leads to the outside, to the back entrance that we saw earlier.
High Priest Marcello is currently resting in his room. He can be rather overbearing, so it's worth watching how you speak to him.
The guy seemed relatively mild-mannered, basically, about on par with Francisco. And oh, you! So that confounded Marcello thinks he's too good to pay his bribes now that he's master of the guard to the Lord High Priest. Where is this guy's lecture? Seriously! Smile on his face to complete stranger saying, why isn't he paying his bribes? And how are you going to enforce it? Oh, right. Yeah, I thought that girl was referring to basically the high priest that was lecturing Marcello, but seriously, what is this guy? You only got the position because of my personal recommendation. The ungrateful swine. When I become Lord High Priest, he'll soon see the error of his ways. Who are you? Go away. So, wait, he was just talking to himself? He was just saying this all out loud? Just for anyone to hear? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just do a quick check just to make sure that we're not missing anything here. Yep. It takes me a good few minutes to process just where I am. My bad sense of direction rings true for all to see, for all to gaze upon. We're under Captain Marcello's orders to guard the Lord High Priest. The Lord High Priest has retired for the night. If you want to see his always, you'll have to go back tomorrow. Well, come on, really? Fine. Okay, hopefully we can warp back here. Yeah, I'm saying that basically. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll basically just warp back to a free heal spot. And then basically... yeah, say... let's go to... Where is it? Yeah, we're not going back on Mars Cottage. That's gonna have nothing for us. Where's the spring? Why can't we warp here? Okay. That's Scantha. That's Arena. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna spend 10 minutes looking for the warp point, and then basically just... And then just by the time... Yeah, when I could just go to an area and then just get back. No, we wanted to go to the night. Night. Zoom. I love how basically we're just absolutely leeching off of this elderly lady and her family's house. Just, they don't know who we are. We just keep coming back here. We're like, we want free healing. We want free. But really, basically. But now I can't but wonder where Leon, Leopold is. Why do I keep calling him Leon? Yeah, I'm getting Leon Kuwata on my mind, basically. Lord Leon Kuwata! Yeah, Lord Leon Kuwata and Canon, basically, bringing that sister complex, that brother complex. Okay. Savella Cathedral. Why can't we have a warp location? I mean, we were there! Can't go see the High Priest at night. No, instead all we get is Rollo. I'm telling you, basically, just... If Marcello does not... If we don't see, like, if we don't see something along the lines of a rise of Marcello sort of thing, where basically Marcello just starts freaking out about Rollo, then basically I'm gonna be disappointed. I swear, if I get Pool Bethesda right now, where it turns night the second I get here... Because I'm not going to just sit outside waiting for it to turn to day. For day to turn to night and vice versa. Yeah, I cannot talk. What the heck? They only put guards here during the night? Oh, never mind. They're here. This is the Lord High Priest's chamber. Make sure you behave properly. We're under Captain Marcello's orders to guard the Lord High Priest. I'm robbing the Lord High Priest. Taking your mini medal. Okay, how many do we have out of curiosity? Okay, 5. Okay. Yeah, we've already talked to you. Ah, the goddess moves in mysterious ways. I sense there's something special about you. Haha, sorry, did I surprise you? Take no notice. It's just the nonsensical musings of an old man. May the gods be with you and on your travels. I could have sworn that there would be something going on. Out of curiosity, what happens if we stay here and wait for it to turn to night? So, what exactly are we supposed to do now? I mean, nothing's happening. This guy doesn't look to be in danger. How do we even know this guy is it? How do we even know this guy is even the descendant we're looking to protect? For all we know, it could be someone back in Farberry. And though I wonder what happens if you basically wait for it to turn to night, while basically you're on the porch. Do they lock the doors? I'm really curious. I really am curious about what happens if you wait for it to turn to night. While you're here, waiting. And waiting. And waiting some more. I mean, it's almost noon. It doesn't take that long for it to turn from day to night. I'm getting Majora's Mask vibes from this. Yeah, we're just standing out here, just minding our own business, just eavesdropping on all the High Priest conversation, just him insulting Marcello, him just ranting about Marcello, and then basically, Marcello brings in Rollo. Marcello brings in Rollo, basically, High Priest. Rollo is out here extorting children. He's trying to get indulgences from children. And then Rollo, you're never too young to support the tithe. And then High Priest, he's right, Marcello. You're never too young to support the tithe. What is the corruption here? It is our way, Marcello. It is the sacred way that has always been done. It is beyond your station, Marcello. Or do we have to tell Marcello about basically what we're trying to do? Yeah, we'll wait for it to turn to day. Yeah, we'll wait for it to turn from night to day, day to night, and then basically, then we'll go searching around, see if there's anything on the island for us. Or do we have to go to some mountain village? It's as they say, a watched kettle never boils, and likewise a watched sun never sets. Really, I can't wonder what the whole point of this balcony is. I mean, the developers had to have some reason to put this balcony in. Okay, is the sun starting to set? Yeah, we get here first thing in the morning, and then we're hitting a roadblock. I thought it was going to be just something where, second we enter the house, we get some sort of cutscene where sort of Leopold is on a rampage, but basically nothing. I mean, they were building this place up, like, it's on the, for example, basically it's on the cliff. You have to just fly here to get here. So you think that there'd be some big story thing, not to mention they're always saying High Priest. Marcello's been making his appearances, so basically there's gotta be something going on. Watch how the door is locked. Watch how the door is locked, and we have to do a zoom just to basically get out of here. Because the developers did not think that someone would be this crazy to just stand on a deck all day. Stand on someone's deck, pull a Socrates, and just stand on someone's deck staring. I deserve credit! Second the sun goes down, this guy's going down. Okay, I guess the developers really did not anticipate. But then again, if they didn't anticipate, they wouldn't even have the High Priest in his chambers. Yeah, but really, what are we missing? Yeah, where else are we gonna go? Yeah, we were told that, Leopold is flying towards the island. Where the frick is Leopold? I mean, really, he did not show any hesitation to attacking to just attacking people randomly in the wilderness. I mean, what is it about these Templars that he's like, no. I guess Leopold just got just hesitant after he got that nook powder to the face. I mean, just nothing takes the gin out of your tonic when you get maced.
I didn't realize it before, but this is a beautiful cathedral. Hey, Thwomp, when this is all over, why don't we all go on a trip together? We can use the ship to go sightseeing. What do you think? But I suppose we've got to finish the job before we think about that. Let's take care of that big black dog.
The cathedral's got its free tide, eh? I don't reckon that dog will get very far trying to force its way in here. Them Templars look like a nasty bunch of rogues, but that probably makes them good guards. Sure, why not? After all, what better place to come than a cathedral if you want to pray for the gods' protection on your journey? What's wrong with you? I don't know whether you're a devout believer or just a coward. Either way, praying will get you nowhere, I can assure you. Yes. The Abbey's finest with Leon. with Angelo. Why am I calling everyone Leon? You're Leon. You're Leon. You're Leon. Everyone's Leon. Okay. Yeah, so now we have a warp point to the mansion. Okay, there's the Cranbartle Tower. Okay, we got Oskirt over there. Yeah, we've been here already. Okay, Baccarat, Felix's Chateau. But where's the most mountainous area? Okay. Let's go south. Let's go southeast. Okay, let's see where this is. Just so I can get my bearings. Yeah, what, you think I forgot about our good old tiger friend? Okay, something's going on here. Okay, Kabuff, Jessica, use Accelerate. Angus, Angelo, let's slash, and Jessica, you can use a kaboom. Yeah, but I think we may have found what we're looking for. Oh, no, wrong move, wrong move. Okay, so we are in the right location. We're basically in the mountains. You can't exactly get here all that easily. So where is this place? Well, clearly this has to be a good place, considering that basically Trode is that. So is this a happy monster village of sorts?
You, human, are you? This is Tryan Gully. Welcome.
I think a monster just spoke to me.
Like you're one to talk, Trode?
Go blind. Nah, I'm fed up with saying that old guy now.
Yangus, don't you go meta on me, Yangus.
You there, you're a monster, but you don't fight or run away? What business do you have being so welcoming? Explain yourself.
Yes, God forbid we're showing hospitality.
Here in Tryan Gully, humans and elves and monsters all live happily together. So, why would I run away when I see a human?
Well, I never. I had no idea such a place existed. Of course, you know what this means. I can wander about without causing a stir. It's a veritable paradise.
Yeah, and chances are Medea won't even get stolen this time around.
Well, what are we waiting for? Come on, follow me.
Huh. Oh, we're playing as Trode! Aw, I thought Trode would have his own stats.
King Trode looks so happy. Well, it isn't hard to understand why. This is a rare occasion. We should let the king lead the way for a change.
Good day! Top of the morning to you! 11's on Wednesday? Why, certainly! Ah, yes, it's wonderful to be able to walk around with my customary majesty again without scornful stares from onlookers. So we must promenade. Every spare moment will be given over to parading around in true self-congratulatory fashion. Follow me! This is the first time old Granddad's been able to walk around in town since we was in Pickham, ain't it? Let's hope nothing goes wrong here like it did back there. Oh, we was in a right mess when that horse princess was kidnapped, eh? A mix of monsters, elves, and humans. Maybe I was wrong to expect to catch any beauties here. There could be sirens and witches, but there are pheromones in the air. It's unmistakable. They even have a shop. They even have shops. Trode, I don't care if you want booze. We're shopping. Ooh, you're a fine looking specimen, aren't you? How about a kiss? Slow down, I was only joking. Oh, men are all the same. No, typical, you men are all the same. It's a puff puff, you're not interested. Trode actually has his own carrying animations. Just the way Trode is chucking it. Throw the barrel! Welcome to Gold Mine! You don't currently have any gold deposit. No, we're not depositing gold. The only thing we want to deposit is weapons and armor. Huh. Okay, just Yangus apparently does. Okay, Yangus has good armor on. Okay, 8 armor for us, and oh, this would be excellent for Angelo. Oh, no, no, no. We do not want this. Basically, yeah, Angelo's healing, and then bang, we get screwed. We really wouldn't have any need for that since we have Angelo, but then again, just the defense would be nice. At least for Angelo's sake. How much is the increase by? Great helm. A special helm, far stronger than steel. Oh, it's just lots of good items here. Though, as good as those mirror items are on paper, just that's the issue with bounce. Okay, not good, not good. We're not using a bow. We're not using scythes. Staff of Resurrection. May raise a fallen ally from the dead when used as an item in battle. Okay, not as good as the staff that we currently have, but basically... But that would be handy to have. Just being able to essentially have a free zing. But then again, it says may, so it sounds like basically it would just be a free zing. Yeah, not to mention basically it's less attack than what we currently have. Yeah, to be honest... Okay. I'll be honest with you. Unless we're getting a truly massive bonus, I would say that just the healing factor is more than welcome. Yeah, because basically it's just an additional 10 attack. Okay, that's not gonna help. Finally, we can buy magic water! And then we don't need it right at this exact second. Wait. How long have we had this? 8 magic waters in our inventory? And here I am basically scraping by for magic in several instances? But still, being able to buy this stuff, oh, that is nice. No, I don't want to talk to the weapons man, or rather the weapon boar. Yeah, but just that great helm would be really nice, and also that thinking cap. At the very least, that's way more defense than Jessica currently has. Yeah, though honestly, I think that we can go without items for the time being. Everyone here in Tryan Gully hid the fact that David was an heir to one of the great sages. Raya swore us to secrecy. Okay. So maybe this Raya is actually the descendant, not the high priest like I was originally thinking. She said he should only be told once he was old enough to understand, and now this has happened. It's terrible. It's a book called Rousing the Sword. They say that there's a sword that once had an incredibly sharp blade, but it's old and rusty now. They also say that you can restore the sword to its former glory by mixing it with 2 rare ingredients in an alchemy pot. And they say that one of the items proves a slime's royal status, while the other is the world's hardest metal. So is that a... So basically, or are they saying that just... Would it be an orichalcum and then basically the slime crown? Is there really anyone out there capable of collecting two such incredibly rare items, though? If you ask me, I say they don't know what they're talking about. Trode discovers a new recipe. The ultimate sword, rusty old sword, plus King Slime Regalia, plus the hardest metal. It's a book entitled Cheese. It's the bee's knees. Of the main cheese in the world, the single most difficult to prepare is a highly strung cheese. To make highly strung cheese, one needs super spicy cheese, cold cheese, and just a dash of rock salt. The preparation of highly strung cheese is a task best left to the master cheesemakers. Trode discovers a new recipe. Yeah, I just want to basically just... That ultimate sword, it does intrigue me. I'm not gonna lie. Because we have the rusty sword. Okay. King Slime Regalia. Yeah, I'm thinking about... Would it be Orichalcos? Would it be Orichalcos or would it be something else? Would it be would it be armor? Okay, you know what? You live... Okay. Let's try it. Let's try it. I'm feeling risky. I'm feeling risky. Templar sword, zombie bane, rusty old sword. Slime crown. And where's the orichalcum? Yeah, I just really want to explore around this village. Okay, but at least there's a church. There's a church nearby. What's this? A new face? Now, what are you? Now that you've come all this way, it simply wouldn't do to miss out on Tryan Gully I's most famous drink. It's called the Dirty Gingertini. Would you like to try one? A mere 9 gold coins. Yeah, sure. One dry Gigantini coming right up. I'll bring it over to you right away. Oh no, is Trode going to get sloshed?
This is a dry Gigantini. Agitated, not distressed. Why don't you give it a try, sir?
Ha 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 ha! You read me like a book, my good man. This is just what I was looking for.
Trode gets roofied.
Oh, goodness. Well, well, well. I am impressed. This is delicious.
Thank you, sir. You flatter me. Perhaps while you enjoy your drink, I could entertain you with a tale of Tryan Gully.
As you wish, my good man. This drink is more than enough entertainment for me.
You are too kind, but please, allow me to begin. It all started long ago, many hundreds of years past. The great sage Koopas was out walking one day when he found an elf and a gigant lying injured in the road. Hating to see any creature suffer, he tended to their wounds and he saved their lives.
Amazed that a human should show them such kindness, they pledged their allegiance to Koopas. And from that day forth, the three of them were inseparable. But the lifespan of humans, elves, and monsters is very different. After many years, Koopas passed on into the great beyond.
Wait, so is this after Koopas disappeared? Because frankly, I'm pretty sure that these monsters would have been a better protector for David than freaking Domenico's line!
Determined to honor his dying wish, the elf and the gigant established a settlement here in the gully. And ever since then, humans, elves, and monsters have lived here side by side in peace, never forgetting Koopas's wish that no one should ever be allowed to forget how Rhapthorne had terrorized the world. So, that's why the inhabitants of this valley are always sure to tell travelers about the terror of the Lord of Darkness.
Well, that's quite a tale. Very interesting, I'm sure. But this drink is absolutely fascinating. Well, that was delicious. It was worth venturing this far into the forest just for that alone.
Thank you for your custom, sir. I wish you a pleasant journey.
Yeah, really, Koopas's entire line was too pure for this world. Rhapthorne is the Lord of Darkness, ruler of the world of darkness, but for all his might, he could not control his lust for power. He came here to the world of light, thinking he could reign over that too, but he was stopped by the 7 great sages. They sealed him away in a huge rock somewhere in our world. Okay, we've already talked to you. Okay. Yeah, it's starting to get late on my end. It's so cool that we get to play as Trode. Okay, yeah, we'll search around the front of the village now that it's day. Okay, we already broke that barrel. We break these barrels. Yeah, we broke those barrels. Yeah, but it really is cool how they came up with all of these unique designs for Trode, basically. His running animation, his picking up and throwing, basically, just... even though Trode is probably only controllable in this one section.
When I was little, I nearly fell down to the bottom of the gully. I did, it's true. When my friend swooped down, he saved me. He caught me as I was falling. He's a Drac, you know. You're a monster too. Monsters are cool.
Yeah, it would be nice to zoom in. Then where were we previously? If that's the church, then basically, where... Now I get what I imagine, basically, we're gonna see some monster running the church, and it's gonna be basically... It's gonna be like that one scene at South Park where basically, forget about the Gimlicks! Poor Rhea cried her eyes out when she heard David was dead. He was an heir to the great sage Koopas, you know. But we'll never see him again, it's so sad.
The Lord of Darkness managed to escape his seal. Every living thing on Earth will either be destroyed or turned to a shadow. Humans, monsters, and elves. We cannot allow Rhapthorne to return. We must all work together now, not fight each other.
New race and an old-looking one to boot. Yeah, I know this video is going to go on for a while, but hey, I'm going to be ending off for the evening once I basically finish. I'm Drang. I carved the picture on the Draki at the entrance of the gully. It's not bad, is it? Even if I do say so myself. It was many, many years ago now that Koopus helped Rhea and I. I can't even remember exactly when it was. It was so long ago. Man! Just... humans really got the short end of the stick here, considering that the monsters themselves are pretty much immortal. Well, I'll never forget the depth of gratitude I owe him. As long as I live, I'll do everything I possibly can for Koopus and his heirs. Meanwhile, David is being abused by Domenico. Now I can't imagine this guy hearing about the abuse that David had to suffer at the hands of Domenico, basically. Just Domenico, eat the dog food, David. And then basically this Cyclops coming in. What'd you say to him? Oh no. And then the Cyclops, you eat it. You eat it. If you want to experience Koopus' compassion for yourself, take a look at the picture at the back of the room.
I am enough. My name is Rhea. You know, there used to be a young man called David who lived here in the valley, but he went off on his travels, never to return. He was murdered, you see. Murdered before he could learn the truth about his ancestry, that he was the heir to a great sage. I tell you this only because, well, it's pretty strange, but I can sense David's presence within you. Did you perhaps encounter each other somewhere along your journey? He was forced to eat dog food, like something out of a high school drama. You were at David's side during his final moments, then surely it cannot be a coincidence that you're here now. You witnessed the dying moments of the heir to a great sage, and now you're visiting his home here in Tryan Gully. It must mean something. I'm afraid I must ask you a favor. I have no one else to turn to. Rhapthorne, the Lord of Darkness, is close to reawakening, but he can still be stopped, and you are the ones who must stop him. If he returns, our world will be enveloped by darkness in the blink of an eye. For hundreds of years, we have cherished but one dream, that Rhapthorne will never be allowed to resume his reign of terror. Will you turn our dream into reality? No! Of course I understand. It is too great a burden. All we can do is remain here in this valley and wait for our savior to arrive. Yeah, guilt us. Yeah, just asking Trode. Oh yeah, what's Trode gonna do? Just order us to do it for him?
Thank you. No doubt, it is the guidance of Koopus that has brought you here. The only way to stop the revival of the Lord of Darkness, Rhapthorne, is to seal away the scepter that contains him once more. Please, let us do what little we can to assist you. Drang, would you come here?
Oh, right away.
I want these people to have Koopus' great treasure. Would you go and let the guard know?
Koopus' great shotgun.
Oh, right away.
The shotgun of Koopus.
As you just heard, I wish to give you something from our gully's treasure chamber. It's called the Dark Tree Leaf, and it belonged to Koopus. It's the leaf from a giant tree that exists in the world of darkness. People say that if you place it on a map, it will instantly show you the location of a great
I get it.
evil.
So basically, we use it like the sea chart and then bang, we see where Leopold is.
The fate of the world is in your hands. We're all depending on you. We will await news of your success here in the gully.
The youngest of the seven sages was Aegis, the Holy Child, a prophet at just 6 years old. He first sensed the threat of the Lord of Darkness. Another was Ragnar, who returned from the afterlife. He knew the gods better than any other, and it was he who named the god bird Empyrea. Then there was Caden, the great scholar. His wisdom was second to none, and it was said that he knew all there was to know about this world. Wasn't Caden the Wasn't Caden basically Marta's ancestor? Another was Golding, the warrior. His might was without equal, and friends and foes alike claimed that fortune rode with him into battle. And then there was Alexander, the magical swordsman. His prodigious skill extended far beyond the battlefield. He was also a talented sculptor. Another was Master Gozo, the sorcerer. To him, ancient tomes of magic unclassed their secrets, granting the use of their most potent spells. And finally there was I, Kupus the magician. Together we used our lives as the key to lock the Lord of Darkness's soul inside the scepter. As long as our descendants live on, Rhapthorne's body and soul can never escape from their prisons. So basically, what they're saying is that Rhapthorne, his body's somewhere else, and then okay, speaking of which, speak of the devil. His soul's in the scepter and his body's in a large rock in the center of the world. The Lord of Darkness's body is sealed within a large rock in the center of the world. I have been told that Alexander turned the rock into a statue to prevent unwary men from interfering with it. So, wait a minute. That giant goddess statue is Rhapthorne's body. Okay. Okay, that explains Neos' central location. Okay, let's get going over to that to that one area that we saw. Possibly that's the treasure chamber. Yeah, though basically it wouldn't be a bad idea to buy that scepter that revival scepter for Yangus. For Yangus and Jessica, basically. At the very least, Yangus. Yeah, Jessica's already has... And Jessica's not really much for healing, but I mean, just having as much as we could. That'd be nice. But they're just so gosh darn expensive. I carved the picture of the Draki at the entrance to the gully. It's not bad. Yeah, we already heard you say that. We're all about you. You're our last hope. Take whatever you need from in here. With pleasure. The godborn Empyrea and the 7 human sages had to use all their might to seal away Rhapthorne. If he were to return, it would be impossible to destroy him. He must be stopped now before it's too late. Okay, seated defense. Staff of Anti-Magic. What does that do? Prevents an enemy from casting spells when used as an item in battle. So essentially a free frizzle spell. Okay, much weaker than our current staff. They say somewhere in the world there's a castle built by Rhapthorne, but people have looked all over for it and never found it. It's a bit strange. How much you want to bet that castle is Castle Trode? Which is why it's being used. Which is why it was used as the sealing place. I really watch out to reveal that basically Castle Trode is really Rhapthorne's castle. And basically, and then Trode. So that's why there's a large portrait of a giant demon. I always wondered why our property values were listed as 0 on Zillow. Okay, did the alchemy pot finish while we were... Yeah, but I'm really liking the vibe of this town. But let's see. Basically, yeah, I'm kind of basically just having a brain fart on that South Park joke. Forget the... Yeah, forget about the Gilgamesh. Yes! Oh my goodness! The Gilgamesh! Forget about the Gilgamesh! The third belong the gods and the me. Forget about the Gilgamesh! Yeah, the feeling, here we go. This Rhapthorne needs 14,000. 1,000. Okay. Anyways, on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. Like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.